Over decades, MLB Field has seen many devoted players who engraved their names in history for their devotion to the games. However, the situation is not always like this. Many others are famous for other things, like for their psychotic behavior. Well, sometimes extreme passion also leads you towards psychotic conducts. So it's very important to have balance in life. But now the question is, who is the biggest psychopath in MLB history? And why did he become a psychopath? Don't worry, you get to know all the details in this video. If you are thinking that I am talking about Max Scherzer, then you are right. He always remained in the headlines for his unusual behavior. There is no doubt that he is an intimidating pitcher when he's on the field. While he is playing, he is so focused and passionate that sometimes he gets really angry and swears at not just the other team, but also his teammates and coaches. Although the reasons are not so serious, his behavior makes them uncomfortable for everyone. What's surprising is that this has been happening for a long time, going back to when he played in college and up to the major leagues. But maybe his outstanding pitching makes up for his unusual behavior. However, some people say that his behavior is mainly affected due to his early college life. When Max Scherzer was playing baseball in Missouri, he had a problem with his pitching style. He used to throw the ball with so much force that his cap would always fall off during his windup. One of his coaches, Tony Votto, who had recruited him, convinced him to pitch with more control and stop jumping at the batters. This was important because his wild pitches often missed the target. During his first year, he took a break from pitching for about 50 days to focus on training and building his arm strength. This helped him throw faster. And with this passion, he continued to train himself for the future. However, he even did not realize himself that when his passion turned into aggression. And we have all seen the proof of this last year. Yes, you guessed it right, I'm talking about the video. We all know that Scherzer wants to be the best pitcher in the league. But a video from last year gives us a hint that he might be more than just intense. In the video, it says that a person who acts like a psychopath wants power, and in a way, Scherzer is seeking to be the most powerful in his game. The video mostly seems like a joke, using strong words, but Scherzer is indeed incredibly intense. I mean, he once played a baseball game even when he had a black eye and a broken nose. No other than a psychopath can do this. I mean, he was injured and his injury is clearly seen by the audience, and still, he was playing. Well, many of his fans like this and say that he is a passionate person and he loved the game, that's why he was there. But on the contrary, many people thought that he must look for his health first. But there is nothing new. History has always witnessed the division of opinions. But this man has many tough times, and we have to admit that he is still there to entertain us. In Detroit, Max Scherzer had some of his best years as a baseball player. However, he faced an incredibly tough moment in his life. Right before he was supposed to pitch for the Tigers, his brother Alex tragically passed away. Despite this heartbreaking loss, Max decided to go ahead and pitch as scheduled. He went on to pitch for 6 innings in that game, even though he gave up 3 home runs, and the Tigers lost. But what's incredible is that he showed remarkable courage. To perform so well in a game right after experiencing such a personal tragedy is an enormous accomplishment. What's even more remarkable is that Max made a promise to himself that nothing would affect his pitching. His parents say that before the game, despite breaking down emotionally several times, when it was time to play, Max didn't talk much about his brother. And after all this, he performed even better than before. His stats improved significantly. He continued to pitch exceptionally well in the postseason, taking Detroit to the World Series. It's an inspiring story of resilience and determination. Well, there is something more unusual about him. He has some interesting habits before games. Even on days when he's not going to pitch, he wears his full baseball jersey during practice. It's his way of getting into the game mode. Once, his friend and teammate David Price, who played for the Washington Nationals, wanted to see how Max practiced in the bullpen. Max agreed but asked David to sign an agreement promising not to share any secrets. Max also has a unique pitch he calls the fastball extra. When he shouts juice, he throws a regular fastball, but it's a bit faster, about 3 to 4 miles per hour more. His college friends nicknamed him Juice because of this, and it's a nickname that still sticks with him today. Many of the things Max Scherzer does might seem strange or unusual, but that's what makes him a great pitcher. Some people think it's these unique qualities that make him excel in baseball. Some even use the word psychopath to describe him, but in reality, Max Scherzer is just incredibly competitive. He pushes himself to the limit and plays with all his might every day to be the best he can be. The New York Mets are excited to have him pitch at Citi Field. They might not expect his full intensity, but they want to see his special juiced pitches zoom past the batters from the other team. Currently, the Mets traded Max Scherzer to the Texas Rangers, and they also gave the Rangers more than $35 million. In return, they got a young shortstop named Luis Angel Acuna. As part of the deal, Scherzer decided to keep playing for the 2024 season. When Max Scherzer first played for the Rangers, he pitched for 6 innings. During that time, he allowed 7 hits and 3 earned runs, and managed to get 2 batters out by making them walk back to the dugout, and he also struck out 9 opposing players. Unfortunately, on September 13th, Scherzer got injured, hurting a muscle called the teres major, and he couldn't play for the rest of the regular season. After knowing all this, one can say that although Max Scherzer has many traits to be called the biggest psychopath of MLB, one thing is certain, and that is he is the most determined person and passionate about the game. He earned all this fame with hard work and struggle. Most of you might see him as a psychopath, but still, he is one of the finest players MLB ever have. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel today. We hope you enjoyed the content as much as we enjoyed creating it for you. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or informative, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on our latest uploads. If you have any questions, suggestions, or topics you'd like to see us cover in future videos, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below.